Wait for some people to get into the room a little bit. Just walk around, see what's happening in the world today. People are just it's like people are just losing their bearings. Just want to get some understanding of this. What's going on? See why people are tripping. What's going on? 1SP and Ron 314. Appreciate you all showing up. Yeah, I'm going to get the show started. Not gonna be long. So basically today, what I decided to do initially when I got up today, I was gonna actually just stay home and do some things. Of course, I wasn't able to do that long because with the atmosphere and with the environment that we're living in right now, with people being anxious over this virus, I just had to get out and see what was going on in the world today and see what people are doing. I'm walking around here. I'm here at the Hollywood and Highland Center. I'm walking around on Hollywood Boulevard. And from what I see right now, it looks like looks like people are pretty much just, I don't know, going about doing their regular routine, just doing what it is that they do. And I've mentioned this before that the whole spiel with this virus is basically it's causing panic, but also at the same time, I'm thinking people are also using this as another excuse to just basically just do random debauchery. And when I say that, I'm talking about incidents of people going into these grocery stores and stuff and just buying up tons and tons of toilet paper and buying up all the water and stuff. And it's like people are doing this stuff, but no one's thinking about their fellow man. It's like my question is, why do you need that much toilet paper? Why do you need that much water? Who does all this? What do you have to do this for? What does that have to do with the situation? And it's like, to me, this is just like a repeat of 9/11. I mean, not 9/11, but Y2K, when people were worried about that the computers were going to go out. And it's pretty much the same. I mean, people are not really using their common sense at this point to just do what they're supposed to do. And right here, I'm just showing you an image. That's Hollywood Boulevard there. This is people just going about doing what they do. I'm over here at just walking around, just doing my regular routine. Sometimes I like to get out and take little walks. And as you can see, it's a few places that are still open, a few places that are still in business, and just just a few things that's going on. Now, usually I admit that on the weekend you may see a few more people than this, out and about, doing whatever it is they do on the weekend, doing weekend stuff. But this whole thing with this virus, like I was saying, it's gotten to epic proportions, and it's gotten to a point where this whole situation, it's pretty much it's really starting to get on my nerves because it's getting out of hand. It's causing the dark side of people to come out, and people are really starting to show themselves, and for what? I mean, my belief is this: is that this too shall pass. We've dealt with situations like this before. We've dealt with things like this before. I mean, this is going to pass as well. This is going to pass. I mean, people think that this is the end of the world, and I even come up with a term for it. Basically, I call this trendy panicking. And when I say that, it's like people they're treating this like it's a trend. Oh, they hear about a disaster, and all of a sudden they want to start buying up all this stuff. But I've said this before. This is stuff that people should have been doing anyway. I mean, this is just normal, random. I mean, this is just personal hygiene. You're supposed to wash your hands or use hand sanitizer. You're supposed to cover your mouth when you sneeze or cough. No one should have to tell you this. You shouldn't have to hear this in a news report. You shouldn't have to hear this stuff about a virus threatening to take people out. That shouldn't have to happen. This should be common sense to you. I mean, grown-ass men and women, and I'm getting a little bit compassionate about it because this is nerve-wracking. You bunch of grown men and women behaving the way that they're behaving, all because something that happened in Wuhan, China, that wasn't contained. And now, and don't get me wrong. Like I said before, I said this in my video yesterday. I'm not being callous about this. I am concerned about what's going on with people today in the world. I do have a heart for folks, but at the same time, I'm not going to just give in to blind fear and hysteria. I've said this before, that the media basically is used, it's a propaganda tool. And what they're doing, they're propagating fear, they're propagating, or like I said, fear and hysteria, chaos and confusion. They're propagating all this stuff to get you in a state to where you could buy more things. So what does that say? Basically what it is, it's a marketing ploy. It's a marketing tool for them to make money off of and to just be able also to control people. That's what it is. Now, me coming from a spiritual perspective, being a man of God, I really believe a lot in faith. And if people would just put their faith in God, maybe this is another way for God to get people's attention. This could be it. This just might be one of the ways he's doing it. Because see, one way that people are going to learn, one day people, you got to get people's attention sometimes is, I don't know, you might have to let them go through something traumatic. I don't know. But I'm not here trying to, I'm not here trying to convert people. That's not what I'm doing. But I just want people to think, wake up, common sense. Let me answer this question really quick. Macom, how you doing? It says, are black people engaging in this panic from what you see? I really don't think I've seen too much. I did hear of a couple of white women at a Walmart arguing over toilet paper. So I have, and by the way, let me speak to the chat real quick. Hey Monique, how you doing? Nikki C is in the building. Got my regulars here. Xander, what's going on, brother? Xander's here. I mean, everybody is here. Good. I'm glad to see everyone is here. I mean, so go on and yeah, everyone go on and mingle with each other. I'm gonna go on and get this out. But yeah, everyone just talk to each other, mingle, get to know one another. I don't mind. I'll say this again too. If there's any trolls in the building, you're welcome as well, as long as you don't disrupt or cause any problems, because I have moderators here and they will take care of business for me. So there. So if you even think about wanting to get out of line, well, this is my security force. They go handle it for me. You might actually learn something though. If you can learn something from me, fine. You're welcome to stay. But what I was saying is that people are operating out of fear and out of panic. They're not operating out of common sense. They're not operating out of stuff that you're supposed to do. They're not operating out of things that aren't supposed to normally take place. they're using this also as a way to also to exercise their right to just pillage and plunder and just do all manner of rebellion. And it's like people just don't seem to understand or get. It seems like I can't go nowhere and do a video or a live stream without sirens and stuff. Once again, y'all, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, folks are just folks are literally, it's like folks are losing their minds. Folks are going crazy over something. It's kind of reminds me of when they were doing these chicken wars, Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A over chicken sandwich. People are fighting each other, stampeding, little children getting hurt and stuff like that. I mean, stuff like this seems to just bring out the dark side, just bring out the evil in people. And instead of doing things, coming together to find out what they can do as a remedy, they use this as an opportunity to just basically just go out and just do any manner of, like I said, of chaos, of unlawlessness and stuff like that. And that's not really helping the situation. That's not helping the situation at all. And I just wanted to just go on and just come out here and see what the deal is, see what people are doing. Oh, okay, Annette Lathan. Oh, I appreciate that. Jay Chit Chat, how you doing? Yeah, but I just wanted to just go on and just talk about that, and maybe this is like a repeat, or maybe a part 2 of the video I did yesterday. Maybe this is a chance for me to say some things I didn't get a chance to say, but don't buy into this madness out here. Be concerned. I am concerned. Don't, like I said before, I'm not turning a blind eye. I'm not ignoring what's going on. But don't just be don't be responsive to fear, because fear is not doing anything either. That's only perpetuating the media's intent and spinning the narrative that they want us to all adhere to anyway. I mean, this is not really helping the situation to begin with. And when you have folks out here just reveling and just doing these things, I mean, let me ask this question. Once this is all over with, and these folks have all this excess toilet paper and stuff, what they gonna do? Are they gonna try to sell it or something? Because I doubt very seriously the stores will want to take it back. So you're not gonna be able to take it back to where you bought it from. What you gonna do with all that toilet paper? See, people just use any old kind of excuse just to exercise bad behavior, just to do things that are just outright hooliganish. And none of this stuff makes sense. So I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with getting toilet paper and stuff. We need toilet paper. But I'm going to say this, and I might sound a little bit crass and graphic when I say this, but it ain't that much ass wiping in the world to need that much toilet paper. I'm just saying though. I mean, this is just where all the demand is stuff. I just had to say that. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny. You know, it's people are just giving into their base nature. People are just giving into what it is that they do best, debauchery. But yeah, I just want to go and just put that out there and let you know, y'all, that I'm paying attention. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at what's going on, but I'm not really getting too worried about it because see, I know who I am and I know whose I am, if you know what I mean. So I also did say this too, though. In the event that folks do have to stay home, in the event that you're not able to go to work or you get the call that you can't go to work, okay, well, use that as an opportunity to do things that you need to take care of. Okay, and first of all, everybody, let me know. Can you hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear what I'm saying. Using some new headsets here with the mic. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat. Awesome. Good. Okay. Got 1. All right. Yeah. Yeah. But that's what I wanted to say though. I just wanted to talk about that. But use this as an opportunity for folks to. I'm trying to get better at doing better lives. Sometimes I get easily distracted and stuff like that. I want to get better at it. I'm working on it. Get water right there. But see, I found a way though. There's a way to do things without just going outright crazy. There's a way to get the stuff that you need without doing everything that everyone else is doing. Because see, people don't understand the essentials. It's like people are even getting stuff that they don't even need. Like I said before, when it all boils down to it, what are you going to do if you don't need that? What are you going to do if you have excess stuff laying around? Then what? You got a whole bunch of this stuff laying around the house and not able to use it. Because none of that makes sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So, I mean, I've been saying this that for the longest is that this is stuff that you should be doing anyway. This is stuff that people should be exercising to begin with. This is the stuff that people should be providing for the households and whatever to begin with. It shouldn't take a worldwide epidemic or a pandemic for y'all to realize what you need to do. It shouldn't. But one thing, unfortunately, I do understand and realize is that common sense isn't so common. And that's sad. Common sense is not common. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. In 7-Eleven, getting something. Yep. But bear with me, y'all. Just walk with me, and I'm going to show you what everyone is doing. So far from what I've seen like it seems to me that that life is just going on as we know. It doesn't seem too unusual out here to buy a show. It doesn't seem like it's too unusual out here. People are not doing too many crazy things. And folks are just, people are just really trying to just get on with their day-to-day lives. People are just trying to feed their families. I get that. I understand that. I realize that. But when it comes to doing that and just being a menace to society, it can become a problem. It become a major problem. It's like folks don't know how to gracefully deal with something without just being bodacious and outrageous about it. They're even closing churches and stuff down now. The fact that they're closing down events and concerts and venues, it really didn't sit too well with me. But they're closing churches down. As a matter of fact, I mean, they're even, the NBA, the NFL, and other professional sports, they've shut down entire seasons because of this. I mean, is this where what it's gotten to? Is this where we've gone? Is this how far along we've come as a society and as a civilization? And then on a more positive note, for those of you who have online businesses and stuff like this, this is more of an incentive to get your business going online. You see, this is more, you probably get more traffic to your website or your web store now that people are allowing this panic to go on, you know? People are allowing themselves to get caught up in this entire situation. So as you all can see, I'm walking into the main area. Hold on, let me show this to you real quick. So as you all can see out here, life is still going on. People are still out and about, enjoying themselves, their families. So it doesn't seem like much has changed out here. It doesn't seem like too many things are happening. You still got people out here doing what it is that they do. You still got people out here coming just to enjoy themselves. People are still walking around. People are still out here just living it up, so to speak. You know, and once again, y'all, don't be careless and don't be unconcerned. By all means, we should definitely care for our fellow man. We should definitely care for our fellow woman. We should definitely care for humanity and for people and love on people, you know. We should definitely do that. we should, by all means, know that folks are going to be caught up in what's going on. This is we understand that people are scared. We understand that people are terrified. Understand that folks are just doing what they think they need to do. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to just show you all what people out here doing, that when you all know that things are not changing for folks, that people are still just going on out and about with their daily lives. Now, I don't know how true this is. But they're saying that the government is getting ready for a multi-week quarantine, meaning that folks have to stay home. I don't know how true that is, but I guess it is what it is, right? I sound like a horse walking. Oh no, man, I got soft shoes on. My bad. Do I still sound like a walking horse? Yeah, Xander. I mean, that's how things look like. I mean, so this is how. This is just a basic weekend out here. Now, with this whole quarantine stuff that they're talking about doing, there's no telling what might happen. There's no telling what things may change or what may transpire. I mean, I'm hoping stuff will still stay the same. I'm hoping people will still have their bearings. I'm hoping still people will still, be in a state of calmness. I'm hoping people will still exercise love for their fellow man. But you never know. I mean, one thing I can say about human nature, it's very unpredictable. It's extremely unpredictable. And you never know what people will do the next minute. Because people, basic human nature is still just as unpredictable as ever. I mean, but you still got all kinds of stuff going on out here. You got people out here just doing all kinds of stuff. I mean, you got folks out here just, I don't know, just doing what it is they do. But yeah, I just wanted to just get out here and just take a walk and just see what folks are doing and see folks how are holding off. It seems to me like things are still normal. Hopefully it can stay this way. Hopefully folks will still be content. Hopefully folks will still do what it is they do and just come out and live the life that they live. And hopefully that'll happen. But you never know. Get somewhere so I can relax a little bit and talk to you all better so I can stop sounding like a horse walking. I didn't mean to do that, y'all. I'm sorry about that. No, I'm not on Broadway. I'm actually on Hollywood Boulevard. out here in Hollywood. So I'm gonna go get some and just cop a squat so I can talk to you like a normal person should. How's everyone else holding up, by the way? Is everyone okay where you all are? Like I said, don't give into the hysteria. Don't give into the fear. Don't let the media control you. Don't let the media tell you what to do and how to live and how to brace for these things. Because we should not. One thing, we should not be that easily manipulated to begin with. But unfortunately, people are. So now I'm sitting down. I'll be able to talk to you all a little bit better now. But yeah, we shouldn't allow ourselves to easily be manipulated. We shouldn't allow the media to control our thinking, to control what it is that we do. We shouldn't allow them to let us think that they're in control. We need to be controlling the narrative. We need to be giving them the stories to talk about. Matter of fact, I'll even go one further. We need to be our own media. See, that's the purpose of us being content creators on here. To me, that there's a difference between a content creator and a mere YouTuber. A YouTuber is somebody who just flips channels, goes through channels, or watch videos, and they might even have a channel themselves, but don't put content on it. Whereas as a content creator is someone, well, that creates content, that has something to say to people. We should be controlling this narrative about this virus and everything else. Now, as far as the regular stuff that they're telling people to do, getting medications and stocking up on canned goods and whatever, okay, fine. But once again, that's some stuff that you should already be doing to begin with. That's some stuff that that no one should have to tell you to do. You know, people, that's where people fall short, is that, once again, they allow themselves to be controlled. They allow themselves to be duped into just following the crowd. And I see a bunch of I see a lot of bunch of follow the leader, follow the crowd type of stuff going on out here. Because it's like I said, as soon as this is over, as soon as this whole situation is done, people are going to go back to their regular lives. They're going to have a whole bunch of toilet paper sitting around, and they don't have no room for it. Not that there's anything wrong with having toilet paper, but once again, why do you need so much of it? I was saying that I remember when Y2K was around the corner, and I was actually doing security at a grocery store, and I saw people buying all kind of ice and batteries and all sorts of stuff even then. And then when 1201 rolled around, the lights were still on. I was like, man, it was whatever. I mean, it was just another moment for me. I mean, no lights went out. Nothing rolled backwards. The computers were still on. Everything was still the way it was. Now here we are 20 years later in the 21st century dealing with this situation here, and people are doing the same thing. People are going out of their minds. People are going crazy. Yeah, I understand that people have contracted this virus, and I certainly hope they get well. As you all probably already know, that President Trump actually tested negative for the virus. So, you know, we just hope people just who have contracted it, we hope that they get better. Hope that they find some kind of recovery. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff that they're looking for cures and that there is a cure. I mean, we need to start listening to the media. We need to spin our own narrative. Well, yeah, Nikki, they're saying they don't have it, huh? And you know, it's just that, I don't know, people are just, I think a lot of times people really just love to talk just to hear themselves talking. You know, people don't know what they want. Folks are just out here, like I said, they're just taking advantage of what's going on. They're taking advantage of the panic. Like I said, I call it trending panic. It's like, that's how the media works. They know they could turn people on and off. They know that they can make people do things at a moment's notice. They know that they could control people's heartstrings, so they do these things. Why do we allow this to happen? Why do we allow for us to get caught up in situations to where people can't think straight? I was listening to a friend of mine yesterday, and he said something that made a lot of sense. Instead of getting all this toilet paper, get some rags, some wipe rags. Matter of fact, Nikki, I think you even said that also. Get some rags that you can use pretty much. They're like wash rags. You could rinse it off, or wash it, and use it over again instead of getting all this toilet paper. I mean, that's what people should be doing. Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. But once again, common sense isn't so common, and people are reacting out of fear instead of out of logic. And then when you try to talk some sense into people, they get mad at you for trying to talk to them like, hey, listen, man, don't do it like this, but do it this way. But you just can't talk to some folks. And before you know it, you practically have a fight on your hand because folks don't use their brain. So yeah, I just wanted to just come and to just basically just share some more common sense measures with people. Welcome, Modella Slim. I just wanted to share some more common sense anecdotes with people, some more encouragement. Just doing my part, y'all. Just trying to do my part and see if we can make some sense of this madness that's out here because of this virus, and whether it's man-made or it's biological, we don't know. One thing we do know is it originated in Wuhan, China, from a meat market with apparently some infected bats. It's gotten out of hand, and now we're dealing with it. Hey, Silks, how you doing? You know, we're just trying to talk some, get people to realize that if they could just put their trust and faith in the Most High, He will get us through this. I mean, I'm not saying that my faith is the greatest, but I do know He's in charge. Like I said before, I'm a work in progress too. I'm still got some flaws to my life, but one thing I definitely do know that God is real, and He's in control. I mean, I said this before that maybe this is His way of also trying to get our attention. Maybe some of us have been too busy. Maybe some of us have been so caught up in the pressures as well as the pleasures of this life and have forgotten to just keep Him first and doing other things, and maybe He's just wanting to get our attention of sorts. I don't know. That could be it, though. It's a strong possibility. I wouldn't put it past. I mean, but a lot of this stuff, though, as I've stated before, is just common sense measures. Wash your hands, cover your mouth when you sneeze and cough. That's just being courteous, right? Actually, that's just having manners right there. That's just actually being respectful of people around you. I mean, you're supposed to cover your mouth. You're supposed to wash your hands when you use the bathroom. And yeah, I see it all the time. I mean, I'm very observant. Guys going to the bathroom, go right out the door, and I'm like, that just disgusts me. That right there, ooh, that just bothers me. I'm like, get your nasty ass away from me. I'm sorry, y'all, but wash your hands. It's that simple. Lather the soap, wash them for 20 seconds. Do what you gotta do. And like I stated before, if you want to know more about what's going on out here, simply just go to the websites for the World Health Organization and the CDC. The Centers for Disease Control's website is cdc.org, and I believe it's /COVID-19. Tell you everything you need to know right there. I mean, if you just simply want to know, just get in the website and read up on it. I did. Now read up on basic things. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying, Stephen. Things that we should be doing anyway. Common sense stuff. Once again, common sense isn't common. Stuff that people ought to know to do, ought to know better than not to do, but they don't do it. So, where do we go from here? Yeah, but as I stated before, I believe that there's hope. I believe we'll get through to this. I'm not selling my own pipe dream. I'm not speaking like I'm running for political office. I'm actually saying stuff that I actually believe. This is truly how I feel. How I, Aaron Collins, actually feels this way. I really do feel this way, that there's hope. And if we would just have the faith of a mustard seed, if we could just look up from doing our daily routine and see what the Most High has to say about it, I really believe that we'll be all right. Once again, I'm not trying to convert people. I'm not trying to preach a sermon. I'm just trying to be that big brother, be that voice of reason. Just be that compassionate person out here, just doing his part. I'm just being an humble, willing servant, that's all. I mean, I'm no better than nobody else. This whole thing that they have called social distancing, I'm not with that. I'm not really feeling that. Because, for one thing, everything that we do in life, everything that we do in this society is predicated on being around other people. We have to interact with other people. This whole thing is designed to just cause people just to be drones, everyone to be in their own little individual bubbles, and to merely even look at each other. That's what they're doing. They're trying to turn everyone antisocial. And now, as far as the shaking of the hands, okay, I get it. People with the whole hygiene thing, but I don't want humanity to start going the way of robots and just basically just avoiding each other. I don't want to see people being antisocial, because when we start doing that, that's when we'll start to lose our humanity. I mean, when I was growing up, a handshake solidified a business deal, an agreement, a friendship. A handshake meant so much when I was growing up. And now it's taken on a whole new thing. I mean, now people are doing the fist pound and the dap. And there's nothing wrong with those things, but I think about how antisocial people are coming toward one another. And that shouldn't be the case. I mean, that shouldn't be. I mean, we should, I think we should find a way to combat this. We should embrace humanity again. We should start loving on one another again. I don't mean to sound like a Hallmark card, but I see the way society is going, and it's kind of scary. It's kind of frightening to see what's going on with people, to see what's going on in our civilization, to see what's going on in the way we live. And I see what's going on in Italy too. Don't think that I don't know that the entire country is shut down. And wow, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, when you think about that, it makes you kind of grateful. I think it should make you a little bit more grateful to be living in America. I mean, like I stated before, yeah, America's got its issues, America's got its flaws. But in all honesty, there's really no other place I'd rather live but here. If you think things are bad here in the United States, imagine what life will be living somewhere else. You don't know what kind of laws they have, you don't know what kind of policies they have in place, you don't know what kind of culture they have. I mean, and especially if they speak other languages, that's going to be a culture shock for a lot of people. Because a lot of us would not know what to do when faced with someone who speaks a foreign language. There's nothing wrong with learning other languages and customs and cultures. I mean, there's nothing wrong with traveling. I understand that obviously they have a travel ban right now, which is understandable. I mean, you just got to go along with it. I mean, and this whole thing looks like it's by design, for the simple fact is that this is an election year, and not to mention they're getting ready to start ushering in this new Real ID that they got going. So this could all be pushing us toward that anyway. So yeah, this is a lot of stuff to think about. This is all some really heavy stuff that I'm laying on people right now. You know, we should be thinking about these things. You know, we should realize that. What's up, Kendrick? Kendrick Celestine. Rob, aka Brooklyn's Finest, is in the building. What's going on, fellas? So yeah, I mean, that's something that we should all consider about what's going on in this world today. But people just don't. People are not really understanding this at all. But this is a time, I think, to sit down and reflect and to relax and to understand what's going on for those who really want to understand. I mean, people, see, the problem is that people are caught up in their daily routine. People have got their heads buried in their phones and in their tablets and in their laptops. And folks get to unplug and come back to the real world. I mean, y'all, sometimes every now and then, and I know I'm on YouTube a lot, but every now and then, y'all, sometimes I like to go bond with people. I like to go that human touch. See, we can't forget about the human touch. Sometimes we can get so caught up in being around on machines and stuff that we forget to be human. Because that's really what social media is, and these cell phones and tablets, these are all machines. And there's nothing wrong with having these things, but let's not forget to be human also. I mean, what were we doing before social media? How did we communicate with each other before there was Facebook and YouTube and all this other stuff? What did we do then? I mean, we used to use pen and pad. We used to write letters to each other. We used to pick up the phone and actually dial it and talk to someone on the phone instead of texting them. Once again, y'all, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing any of these things today. I get it. We got technology, okay. We have other ways to communicate. Fine. All I'm just saying is don't forget to be human. We're human. You know, people don't seem to realize that we're human. We gotta go back to just doing basic stuff. But yeah, y'all, I mean, I just thought I would just get out and about and see what the rest of the world is doing, so to speak. See what's going on in society, see what's going on with the world, see how folks are living. I mean, I want folks to be out here. I really want folks to be out here not panicking. And this quarantine that they're talking about doing, that I've been hearing about, I wonder how that's going to look. So far, I know that I'm going to be working. I haven't heard anything about, from my employers about them sending people home. Of course, where I work, I don't really interact with that many people. No way, because I work the grave shift. So, another thing too, one thing that I'm not too happy about is that they're shutting down churches. How are you going to shut down the house of God, first of all? I mean, I think in times like this is the time for people to come together, not be apart. But here in the state of California and a few other places, Governor Gavin Newsom suggested that if there's places with over 250 people, that they should stay home. And I'm like, some more of that social distancing stuff. They're actually advocating to practice this. I'm like, I don't want to be distant from people. I like being around people. And this is coming from me, a lone wolf at times. I'm mostly a lone wolf, and I usually keep to myself a lot of times. But even me, every now and then, It's good to be around other people. I mean, once again, they're turning us into drones. That's what it's all designed. This is all designed to turn us into a bunch of drones. What's up, MJ Givens? How you doing? I mean, they're turning us into a bunch of drones, unfeeling, unthinking machines. And for what? That's what this generation is heading to. They put together some new contingency plans on how to deal with and combat the coronavirus. Something to do with if people get sick and have to stay home, they have ways of paying you back pay and stuff like that. I didn't get a chance to see all of it, but it looks like something that's kind of promising. I mean, but the fact though that this is just, this pandemic it's changing our way of life. Well, it's changing the way people are thinking. And it's even doing something to the economy because, well, if people can't go to work or go to school, people can't make money. And if businesses can't make money, they can't do business. So this is kind of the situation. That's how things are. But let's not give in to the panic, y'all. Let's not give in to the fear. No, let's not do that. Let's use common sense. One thing I learned about courage. Courage is being afraid but doing something anyway, and I like that. I like the context that is. That means that you're gonna have situations. I get it, it's human nature. You're gonna have situations where you're scared to do it, but you realize it has to be done anyway. So you go in there and you just do it. There've been some situations that I didn't want to do, but I'm like, well, it's got to be done. So just go in there. I just got to go in there and do it. John Wayne says something similar to that. That courage is being afraid but riding off anyway. You still saddle up. Still saddle up and ride into the battle. You handle your business. Do what you got to do. So it makes a lot of sense. I mean, something like that should be a scripture. Yeah, that's what courage is. But yeah, y'all, it's we're gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. We're going to I believe come out of this on top. Otherwise, I mean, who would have thought, right? Going into 2020 that we would have to contend with this. But think about it. We've come through other types of epidemics and plagues. Remember the H1N1 virus, swine flu, bird flu. We came through West Nile virus, Ebola, SARS. We came through that also. I mean, we came through all those. I believe we can come through this as well. Exactly, Nikki. We still on that 2020 vision. See, right here, this coronavirus is a division. But we can't be distracted by that division. We got to continue on with our 2020 vision. And we going to do that. We still going to go on We're going to still saddle up and ride off into the sunset and do what we've been doing. I'm determined to do the things I want to do. Now it's time out for all the playing around and stuff. Now we can't let the media control our narrative. We can't let the media fill us with all these fears and all this propaganda, because that's exactly what it is propaganda. We can't let them control our minds. We need to be the ones to do that. So who's with me? Let me see a show of hands on who's with me. Are we going to still go on with our 2020 vision? Let me see some hands. I'll wait. Let me see some hands on who's with me on this 2020 vision. We gonna continue saddling up? We gonna ride on? That's right, MJ. Let me see some hands though in the chat though. I want to see some hands on who's with me. Let's get this courage, y'all. It's time to go out there. It's time to get this energy back up. Time to get this bag. Time to get back on the ball. Do what we've been doing. You know? 2020 vision is in the building. Cause I can't do it without y'all. What's going on, Sharp Eye? Yeah, can't do it without y'all. I mean, 2020 vision is it's definitely in full effect. Let's put it this way, y'all. Everybody put a 1 in the chat if y'all ready to ride off and handle this business. Y'all ready to ride with me so we can go and get what it is we need to get. Do that for me. Everyone put a 1 in the chat. Also, everyone support the channel, y'all. PayPal.me/TheRealAaronCollins, as well as Patreon.com/TheRealAaronCollins. Someone put that in the chat for me on how to support the channel. Yeah, it's time to get this done. We still got some stuff that we haven't accomplished yet. And I'm ready to see I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm ready to see the things, I want to see the stuff that I want to accomplish come to fruition. I'm determined too. But anyway, family, it's been an hour. It's been good talking to y'all. I love y'all, my audience. Y'all, let's do this. Let's not let this virus be the end-all, be-all. We're bigger than this. We're better than this. We can combat this. Things are going to be all right. Don't be ignorant of the enemy's devices. At the same time, don't be careless of what's going on. By all means, pay attention to what's going on and act appropriately, act accordingly to what's going on. But don't be caught up in the hysteria and in the fear. All right? I love every last one of you. Once again, support the channel, paypal.me/TheRealAaronCollins and patreon.com/TheRealAaronCollins. Pretty soon, I'm going to have a Cash App also. So that's how you guys can support me financially. I think that's all I got right now. Y'all go in peace, go with God, and that's just like exactly in G.A. Givens. That's where you took the words right out of my mouth. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on him. All right? So let y'all go. Let y'all go back to doing your thing. And y'all just have a blessed and safe weekend, you know? Have a blessed and safe weekend. And let's just wake up and do it again. All right?